Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel TT Logic, and in this video we are going to solve a nice algebraic problem. And welcome to solve this math problem, which is 64 the power of x is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8, and x is equal to find the value of x. And first of all, we can write as this 64 can be written as 2 the power of 6 and whole the power of x, and is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8. And now here we multiply these powers, so 2 and 6 multiply x is 6x, and is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8. So here we take square in both sides, so we take square to the power of 6x and square of 2, and is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8 and whole the square. Now here we multiply these powers. 2 and 6 multiplied 2 is equal to 12x, and this square root cancelled with this square, and remaining here 16 and square root of 8. And now this to the power of 12x and is equal to this 16 and square root of 8 can be written as 4 multiply 2. And now to the power of 12x and is equal to 16 and times this 2, and square root of this 4 can be written as 2. And now take square root both sides. 2 power of 12x is equal to this 16 multiplied 2 is equal to 32 and square root of 2, and here square root of both sides. So multiply powers, this base 2 and 12 multiplied 2 is equal to 24x, and is equal to this 32 is this 32 power 2, and times this square root cancel with this 2, and times this 2. And now we can be written as this 2 the power of 24x, and is equal to this 32 can be written as 2 the power of 5 and whole the power of 2, and times this 2, and this 2 the power of 24x and is equal to this 2, and multiply these powers. 5 multiplied 2 is equal to 10, and times this 2, and suppose this 1, and is equal to this 2 the power of 24x, and is equal to this 2, and this 2 is same base here, so we can be written as 2, and powers this 10 plus 1 can be written as 10 plus 1. So 2 the power of 24x and is equal to this 2, and 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. So you know that same basis, and so we can be written as these powers, and 24x is equal to 11, and here we multiply with 24 both sides, and we can be written as this 24 and this 24. So here cancel this 24 is this 24, and we remaining here x is equal to 11 over 24. Here it is our final answer. And so here we check this equation and can be written as question is 64 the power of x and is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8. And now here we put the value of this x, and x the value of is 11 over 24. So we put the value of 64 and 24 11 over 24 and is equal to square root of 16 and square root of 8. So we can be written as 64 the power of 11 over 24 and is equal to this 16 can be written as square root of 2 the power of 4, and this 8 can be written as square root of 2 the power of 3. And this 64 can be written as 2 the power of 6 and whole the power of 11 over 24 and is equal to square root of 2 the power of 4 and times this 2 the power of 3 over 2. So here it is, we divided by these powers 6 divided by 24 and is equal to 4, and to the power of 11 over 4 and is equal to this 2, and this 2 is same basis, so we can be written as square root of 2 and this 4 and plus this 3 over 2. So here it is, we take an LCM of this 4 plus 3 over 2. We take an LCM and we write this 2, and 2 multiply with this 4 and is equal to 8, and plus this 2 to multiply 1 and 1 divided by is 3, and to the power of 11 over 4 and is equal to this 2, and 8 plus 3 is equal to 11 over 2. So here it is, we can be written as 2 11 over 4 and is equal to this 2 the power of 11 over 2, and we removing this square root, so we can be written as times 1 over 2, and 2 11 over 4 is equal to this 2 11 over 2 times 1 over 2, multiply them and is equal to 11 over 4. So here it is, same answer. Therefore, this statement is true. Thank you so much for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.